YNR Full Friday, March 14, 2025. Spoilers. Sharon and Phyllis rescued. Tracy faces horror. In the dark shadows of their kidnapping, Sharon Newman and Phyllis Summers faced death, but neither of them was prepared for it. From their last steps in the dark, they were aware of the lurking danger, the despair gradually enveloping. The walls of the cell gradually closed in, making them feel that there was no chance of survival. Sharon, with her inherent stillness, tried to find a solution, but the limited space and fear were gnawing at her every moment. Phyllis, who had always appeared strong and determined, now had no strength left to fight back. Although they both knew they had to survive, the extreme tension made them confused. None of them could have imagined the end of this story. Would death be the only end of their lives? Or would there be a miracle of salvation? Then, a ray of hope suddenly appeared. Nick Newman and Billy Abbott, two strong and brave men of Genoa City, gradually filled Sharon and Phyllis with hope. The two worked together, knowing that saving Sharon and Phyllis would be not only a physical victory but also a spiritual one. To face the people who held Sharon and Phyllis in their hands, Billy and Nick needed to act quickly and firmly. Havenhurst Psychiatric Clinic, where Sharon and Phyllis were being held, was not an easy place to escape. However, Billy and Nick, with their skills and heroic instincts, worked closely together to come up with a daring plan. Not only did they have to face the brutality of their captors, but they also had to fight against time, because they knew that the longer it took, the higher the risk. With a little luck and infinite courage, Billy and Nick finally found their way into the cell. Their hearts were pounding, not only from the tension but also from the belief that rescuing Sharon and Phyllis was the only thing they could do at the moment. They did not let danger stop them. Nick and Billy turned the tables in an instant. When the cell door finally opened, Sharon and Phyllis could hardly believe their eyes. Neither of them could contain their emotions, and in this wonderful moment, Sharon threw herself into Nick's arms, feeling the warmth and protection he provided. Nick, strong as he was, could not help but feel his heart pounding as he hugged Sharon, knowing that he had done the impossible. Phyllis, who was always tough, couldn't help but feel sad when she saw Billy standing before her, like a hero who had saved her from death. At this moment, Billy didn't say a word, just silently looked at Phyllis with understanding eyes. Phyllis knew that at this moment, there was no need to say anything more. They had been through danger together and this journey had connected them together. However, the joy of liberation did not last long, because while Sharon and Phyllis were saved, Tracy Abbott faced another horror. When everyone thought they were safe, Tracy was caught in another worse situation, an event that even Billy and Nick could not predict. Both Abbott brothers were constantly worried about Tracy's situation and were urgently trying to find a way to help her escape from danger. Tracy, as the situation around her becomes increasingly tense, faces a completely different enemy, a threat more dangerous than any she has ever faced. This will be a story full of twists and turns, as Tracy must overcome the most difficult challenges of her life. As Billy and Nick rescue Sharon and Phyllis, they cannot help but think of Tracy, whom they have yet to save. Billy and Nick will not only receive the gratitude of Phyllis and Sharon, but will also have to prove their mettle once again. For Sharon, this salvation is not just a physical release but also an encounter with a deeper emotion that she has never shown. Sharon and Nick's relationship will take a step forward, beyond friendship and perhaps into something more. Phyllis and Billy's story, while less dramatic, has a profound emotional depth. The two have weathered the storm together and their bond has grown stronger than ever. They have not only helped each other through the hardships, but have also found a deeper understanding and respect in their relationship. Both couples, Nick and Sharon, Billy and Phyllis, now face new challenges. Will love blossom after the storm? Or will the stress drag them into new troubles? Only time will tell. Tracy faces greater challenges, and Billy and Nick continue to fight to save her, proving once again that while they may be heroes in the eyes of Sharon and Phyllis, their sacrifice and courage will be the deciding factor in helping everyone overcome the horror. Martin's new game spoof and secrets revealed. While everyone was still breathing a sigh of relief after the rescue of Sharon and Phyllis from the kidnappers, no one could have guessed that the nightmare was not over. Tracy Abbott, who bravely stood up to rescue her friends, was suddenly dragged into a dangerous game that she had never prepared for. The story not only revolved around the tense rescues but also revealed shocking secrets about Martin, a man who impersonated his brother, Alan, to commit crimes. Both Sharon and Phyllis, after being rescued from the kidnapper's cell, could not control their emotions. They had to face moments of despair, thinking that their lives would end in darkness. After long days of captivity, Sharon and Phyllis only wanted one thing: safety and love from their loved ones. And that came. Sharon, with her eyes filled with emotion, couldn't help but rush into the arms of Nick, who did everything to rescue her from danger. And Phyllis, despite always being strong and tough, couldn't help but feel a deep connection with Billy. After the desperate and tense moments, a kiss was inevitable, which could happen between Phyllis and Billy, as well as between Sharon and Nick. Meanwhile, no one could blame Sharon and Phyllis for being too excited in this moment. Being rescued from the jaws of death, it was only natural to seek hugs, kisses, and sighs of relief. However, these kisses, while coming from sincere feelings, also made viewers question whether YNR wanted to explore these intimate moments further. But in the midst of the joy of escape, Tracy Abbott had no idea that she would be the next person to fall into a dangerous trap. She, who did her best to save Sharon and Phyllis, did not know that she would be pushed into an even more dangerous situation. In a chance encounter, Tracy will discover that Alan, whom she thought was her brother, is actually Martin, who has been impersonating Alan to commit evil deeds. Martin, after impersonating Alan and deceiving the Abbott family, is not only a criminal but also a dangerous person, dragging Tracy into his deadly game. Tracy, not only shocked to realize the truth about Alan, but also faced with the heartache of knowing that Martin, who she thought was her brother, was the one behind the kidnapping of Sharon and Phyllis. Her heart will be broken when she learns that her brother, whom she trusted, died in an accident in Paris, and Martin survived to replace him and continue his life of crime. Why did Martin kidnap Sharon and Phyllis? This is an important question that the characters in this story must solve. The secrets behind Martin's actions are not simply personal intrigues, but they are also related to the deep hatred between him and Phyllis, Sharon. Does Martin hate Sharon because of past conflicts, or does he simply want revenge on Phyllis for reasons that no one knows? Martin's secrets are gradually revealed, and the story becomes more complicated when Tracy receives information about him. This alarming news makes Tracy feel like she has been deceived for a long time, and she knows that she cannot deal with it alone. She will need the support of her family to be able to face Martin and find a way to bring him to light. With the help of her loved ones, Tracy begins the fight against Martin. No one can imagine the pain that Tracy will have to go through when she realizes that the person she trusted is a fake, who has harmed her family. Martin is not only a criminal, but also a hidden person who wants to control everything. And Tracy, with the help of Billy, Nick and the Abbott family, must fight to expose him. In this battle, it will not only be Tracy who will have to face the pain, but the whole Abbott family will have to face the shocking secrets that Martin is hiding. This will not only be a fight to rescue Tracy but also a fight to protect the Abbott family and honor. Tracy will need the support of Billy, Nick and her loved ones to overcome this nightmare, while Martin will have to face the consequences of his evil actions. With Martin exposed as the mastermind of the kidnapping, the characters will face a series of unforeseen consequences. Tracy, despite being a victim, will face difficult decisions when she discovers the truth about Alan and Martin. Will she be able to forgive the man who caused her family pain? Or will Tracy decide to ruthlessly expose him? With Martin revealed as the mastermind of the kidnapping, the characters will face a series of unforeseen consequences. Tracy, though a victim, will face difficult decisions when she discovers the truth about Alan and Martin. Can she forgive the man who caused her family pain? Or will Tracy decide to ruthlessly expose him? Meanwhile, Sharon and Phyllis will also face bigger questions about their relationships. Unexpected kisses between Sharon and Nick, Phyllis and Billy could be not only a sign of release, but also the beginning of a new love, or an unexpected breakup. This story certainly doesn't end here. The secrets and relationships on The Young and the Restless continue to develop, opening up many unexpected and dramatic directions. In the final moments of their escape, everything could change, and viewers will have to wait to see if Sharon, Phyllis, Tracy, and the Abbott family can overcome the challenges and uncover more secrets behind this unexpected life. Summer and Kyle tension. Can Claire secure love, or will Summer continue to break boundaries? While the lives of the characters on The Young and the Restless are always full of complicated situations and relationships that are never easy, the tension between Summer Newman and Kyle Abbott is even more dramatic. The love, hatred, and competition between the characters keep viewers glued to the screen. This article will delve into the struggles between Summer, Kyle, and Claire, as their relationships are tested by the past, the present, and the strategies they face. Summer and Kyle, a tense relationship like a complicated love game. Summer and Kyle's relationship can't seem to escape the interference of the past. Although there are clear signs that Summer hasn't completely let go of Kyle, she is always trying to break up his relationship with Claire. Things start to get more tense when Summer discovers a big secret about Claire. She was once in a relationship with Holden, her ex. Summer not only feels hurt but also sees this opportunity as a turning point in winning Kyle's heart back. She begins to scheme to lure Kyle back to her, not only with feelings but also with clever strategies to create distractions in his relationship with Claire. Although Kyle always tries to keep clear boundaries with Summer, she constantly tests those limits. But can Summer really change anything in this relationship, when Claire is gaining an important position in Kyle's heart? The relationship between Summer and Kyle is not only a matter of love but also of outside interference, when Summer's every action seems to be pushing Claire into a passive position, making Claire and Kyle's relationship more fragile than ever. Claire and Kyle, love or fear? While Summer continues to scheme and try to lure Kyle back, Claire is in an extremely difficult situation. She can see that Summer's efforts are not only clinging to the past but also a threat to the future of her relationship with Kyle. However, Claire is not someone who is easily hurt. She is well aware that protecting her love for Kyle requires her to adopt stronger strategies and methods. Claire may have hoped that Summer would back down once Phyllis was rescued, because after this event, Kyle may feel more responsible and apply stricter boundaries in his relationship. She thought that without Kyle having to worry about feelings of pity for his ex like Summer, he would be able to focus on his current and clearer relationship with Claire. However, the truth is not always that simple. Although Claire can envision a bright future with Kyle, she also knows that there are many obstacles waiting for her. Summer has not given up yet, and she always finds ways to put Kyle in difficult situations. Claire's insecurities become even stronger when she realizes that Summer's strategies are not simply words, but also actions with a clear purpose, to destroy the love between her and Kyle. With a strong personality and not one to give up easily, Summer continues to apply her strategies to break all the limits that Kyle sets. She realizes that with just one small mistake from Kyle, she can draw him back. And just like what she did in the past, Summer knows that once she finds a loophole in Kyle and Claire's relationship, she will not miss that opportunity. In a dramatic twist on The Young and the Restless, the plot is getting more intense than ever as the mysterious Martin confronts Nick. Dangerous circumstances have put Nick's life in serious jeopardy. However, Martin's motives and calculations seem to be more far-fetched than anyone could have imagined. Martin and the plan to heal the rift between Sharon and Phyllis. Martin, always an unpredictable character, has convinced himself that he can mend the rift between Sharon and Phyllis by using extreme measures. It seems that he has dug deep into their past, finding weaknesses that can be exploited to get them to cooperate. However, Sharon is not so easily fooled, and she begins to suspect that Martin is using dirty tricks to show his cunning nature, especially after Phyllis and Sharon are kidnapped. The details of Martin's plan not only make Sharon nervous, but also make the audience gradually realize the danger that this character brings. Meanwhile, Phyllis is also in a state of confusion when she discovers that her life is being manipulated by the man she once trusted. The feeling of betrayal makes her unable to avoid suspecting everyone around her, including Sharon, with whom she once had a tense relationship. The interactions between Phyllis and Sharon begin to become tense, when they realize that Martin is trying to tear them apart rather than help them reconcile. Alan, stranger or dangerous enemy? At the same time, Alan, whom Tracy trusted and gradually fell in love with, begins to appear more and more in the episodes. However, something is wrong. Alan, the man with a perfect appearance, seems unable to hide his loss of composure. This begins to worry those around her, especially Tracy, who seems to have pinned all her hopes on this relationship. But something unexpected happens. Tracy may face a big shock when the truth about Alan is revealed. She goes from believing that she is about to marry the ideal man to discovering that he is Martin's twin brother, who has antisocial personality disorder. Tracy will have to face an unbelievable betrayal, a shock so profound that it could completely change her life. This makes Alan a big threat not only to Tracy but also to those around her. His strange actions and instability begin to be clearly revealed, making viewers unable to help but fear what may happen next. From a lovable and affectionate man, Alan seems to be gradually becoming a terrifying figure, reminiscent of Martin in the days before he revealed his true nature. Martin and Nick, the tense confrontation as time goes on, the connections in the story become tighter. Nick, who has always protected his family and loved ones, realizes that he could be Martin's next target. The tension increases when Martin decides to confront Nick directly, threatening his life. Nick, not one to be defeated easily, is determined to protect what he loves. However, the confrontation between these two characters is not simply a battle between good and evil but also a confrontation between two people with their own pasts and secrets, making this confrontation even more tense. Nick may have to face a life full of danger and Martin does not hesitate to do everything to achieve his goals. While Martin has always been a calculating and scheming character, this time he will not hesitate to use any means to take down those he deems a threat to him. Will Nick be able to overcome this challenge, or will he fall victim to Martin's dangerous game? Complex plot and suspense from each character. Not only is the confrontation between Martin and Nick creating drama, but the complex relationships between the characters are also developing in unexpected directions. The appearance of Alan, with hidden secrets about his past, makes viewers unable to help but question what he really wants to achieve. Can Tracy realize the truth before it's too late, or will she be deceived beyond repair? Meanwhile, Sharon and Phyllis are also gradually realizing that their relationship cannot be simply mended through words or actions, but must face greater challenges. From irreconcilable conflicts to painful truths about the past, Sharon and Phyllis will have to find a way to resolve these conflicts if they want to save their relationship. The story seems to be putting the characters in thrilling and adventurous situations. Along with the development of each character, the audience will not be able to predict the twists and turns that the show will bring in the near future. With the plot revolving around Martin, Nick, Alan, Tracy, Sharon and Phyllis, the young and the restless is gradually moving towards unpredictable twists and turns. Secrets are revealed, tense confrontations and difficult choices are gradually leading the characters to decisions that can change their lives forever. The story does not stop at the tension in personal relationships but also reflects the darkness in the past of the characters, making things even more complicated. The audience will definitely not be able to take their eyes off the screen when the secrets are exposed and the characters face life-threatening risks. The future of the young and the restless is full of surprises and no one can predict who will be the ultimate winner in this game.